So this week, the 1X Neo Robot was launched, and it's packed with exciting and fun features, interactive dance moves, AI mood programming. It can give a feel of different moods based upon interactions and can express different emotions like happiness and curiosity, and even playful mimic sarcasm, which seems a bit odd to me. I can't stand sarcastic people around. Things like real-time virtue travel guide and even cleaning your home. Alice, there's obvious sort of fun things here, but thinking about the challenges, we found, for example, the art community has got real issues with AI-generated materials as a terrible substitute for human-created art. Are we similar to the sort of the art world? Are we looking at the replacement of all workers, for example, care workers for disabled people here?
It's a very interesting question. I think it's been being discussed that we are about 2 months away from AI videos being indistinguishable from human-made videos. We've got a picture behind us of the Neo robot who was chosen for Halloween because I literally can't think of a more terrifying, haunting design for it. Let's get a robot for people to help them at home. Let's make it look like it's in a horror film.
Can I just interrupt?
It looks like the face looks like a cross between Eve from WALL-E and a Cabbage Patch doll.
It also has a kind of Feathers McGraw sort of black beaded eyes stare. Oh, look at that. Yeah, nice. Eve from WALL-E.
If I could just say, I mean, when in the 70s, they used to, when you went for a dental filling, they would give you gas. And I don't know if anyone remembers the early edition of Doctor Who, where they had the faceless people. And I remember coming back feeling in those days, you'd have a filling, but you'd be gassed, and then you come round and you feel sick and disabled and really very paranoid and strange as a child. And then I remember being sat down in front of Doctor Who, and anyone listening, try and guess the episode, please. It's like really early stuff. They were the faceless people, and I remember blurring dreams.
Yeah.
That was scary stuff. The faceless people look like this Neo robot. And I remember also having you round as a child with other children round at our house, and there was a faceless thing. So
the children.
Everything is about face-like with this thing, and I can't see much that's human-like apart from their shape. But Alice, you were talking about this as a surrogate for care workers.
Yeah, I think what's really interesting, the government have been saying jobs that involve your hands are good jobs to have in the era of AI. And I think, to me, as a speech therapist, as someone who's worked a lot with people that have assistive technology and how rubbish assistive technology can be, is that humans are not actually optimized for caregiving, right? And actually, if we think about, so there's Ocado, the delivery, sort of luxury delivery supermarket. So we've got a picture behind us of the Ocado, first robot-only warehouse. And they were like, we had to design a warehouse and stop thinking about making it accessible for humans because there aren't any humans. And actually something that's robot designed looks very different to something that's human designed. And my view is that actually the future of care and personal care for people with disabilities will just look more and more like adaptive, handrails and stuff for the stairs. It will just get smarter and smarter.
Wow.
And that it won't look like a humanoid like the Neo robot. And actually, stuff that's optimized for lifting a person in and out of bed is a hoist. That doesn't look like a person. There's lots of adaptive technology that we already have. And I think that's hopefully going to get better and better.
So that isn't that a difference? Now, we've talked about scary, and apparently this is scary, this cobweb scary. Not at all. When I walk into a room and somebody's in there, but they're remaining quite still, and then I notice them, you get a jump scare. That is scary. And I think this Neo Humanoid Robot is potentially this creepy
Very
thing
uncanny.
standing in your room in this uncanny way.
In the middle of the night. This
You know, in the
little
middle of the
face.
night, you got this. But you know, when you have a bad dream and you think there's a murderer in my bedroom.
Yes.
You know,
Wake up.
no, it's just
The face
Neo.
of Neo
it's
the
just,
robot
It's just
is
me,
there
sir. I'm ready. Like
you.
you know,
Yeah. Looming
Yeah.
over you.
Yes. What have we been
Anything
watching?
I can do for you,
it's like,
sir.
It's like having the butler in the room
Yeah.
in Downton. We've been watching Downton, and the butler kind of comes in. What's going on in here?